Hello everybody! I'm doing kind of a different video for me considering I did drop out of college, and so you're probably like, how are you qualified to do this? You don't have to think I'm qualified and you don't have to listen to a word I say, but I also asked my friends that are in college and did do well in college, and my girlfriend who is currently in college, their advice as well. So if you don't listen to me, listen to them. Is basically what I'm saying. I wrote down a bunch of things. This video is gonna be a freshman advice video for college. I don't think I mentioned that, but that's what this is. So I wrote down a bunch of things that I thought of. Do I know where it is? Did I lose it? Okay, I got it. So I wrote down things I thought of and things my friends told me. So enjoy. And I will be taking drinks from my water because talking too much makes me thirsty. All right, let's get started, shall we? So my first tip to being a freshman in college is to get involved. College is something that only happens once in your life, and you don't just want to do school. At least I didn't. Well, if you want to just do school, you go right ahead. But things that I was involved in was, I obviously rushed. I was in AKIO. I wanted to get involved with Delight, which is a Christian girls group, but I didn't really know what it was at the time, so I didn't. But there are so many clubs and colleges that will fit your niche. Like, there are so many different clubs in college because they want you to get involved and they want you to find your people. So you will indeed find a club that has to do with your interests. Or if you want to rush, go right ahead. Being in a sorority was great. I met my best friend there. So that's the first tip. Definitely get involved with your school. Go to football games. Do all the 9 yards. My second tip is try your hardest to do your schoolwork outside of your room. So your room should be your sanctuary. It should be your chill spot where you just chill. And it's very hard, at least it was very hard for me to get work done in my room because my room was everything else. Like, I would sleep in there, I would listen to music in there, I would film in there, so it became a place for everything. And it's easier to get schoolwork done in a place like a library or a coffee shop. My friend Jazz had to literally drag me to the library. Why did I say library like that? My friend Jazz had to literally drag me to the library, and I got so much work done. Like, it's amazing how much work you can get done if you can change your environment. I really suggest trying to not do schoolwork in your room because your room is already so many other things, and it gets confusing when you mash together everything, if that makes sense. Third tip is to get a planner. This is pretty self-explanatory. I write everything down, and having your planner and writing out dates at the beginning of your semester, like when things are due, so you know when they're due so you're not surprised, is literally so smart. If you don't have a planner, you're just gonna be so disorganized. Or like a calendar. Like, I have a calendar right here that I write doctor's appointments, filming, meetings. Like, have a calendar, have a planner so you can be organized within your schoolwork, because you need a planner. Another one I have is don't wait until it's too late to get a tutor. I was not doing good in math, and I waited until the last second to get a tutor. If you get into class and it's already, you know that this isn't your best subject, have a tutor on standby. You can go into it thinking, oh, yeah, I'm not good at this subject, but maybe I'll understand. You don't want the maybe. You need to get on top of it, if that makes sense. You need to be prepared for the fact that you might not do well in this class. So do not wait until it's too late. Do not wait until you have a D in that class to get a tutor, okay? Don't get too many things for your dorm room that go on the ground. Dorm rooms are very small, depending on the school that you go to, I guess, or the building you're in at the college you're at. But for the most part, dorms are very, very small, which means they don't have a lot of ground space to begin with. If you get chairs, storage units, bedside tables, you're gonna have 2 feet to walk around in. Don't get an abundance of stuff to put on your ground because you think it looks cute. You are going to feel claustrophobic. Things that go on the wall, fair game. Go ham with things that you put on the wall, but keep your floor tidy because you want as much space as you can get. This next tip is a personal preference, but I would have liked it much better if I had scheduled my classes back to back rather than 10 a.m., 3 p.m. I want to have all my classes done and then have the rest of the day to do whatever. My tip would be to schedule your classes back to back if that's something that you're interested in, because I know I didn't like having a 10 a.m. and then having to go back to my dorm for an hour and then going right back out and then going back to my dorm and then going right back out again. And I think it might be easier coming from high school to have that sort of schedule because you already have so much freedom. And if you have that kind of like high school schedule, like classes back to back, I think that'll keep you in line in a way. So this was obviously, I don't know, I can't speak for other college campuses, but I did go to Ball State University, and I do want to say that campus therapy is a joke. First of all, it took 3 weeks for me to get seen. What if that was my last straw? Between appointments, the minimum is a month between appointments. I think it might have just been Ball State's therapy, but check out your campus's therapy if that's something that you need, and let me know, because I want to know if it was just my college or if it's like a regional thing, if every college campus therapy sucks. Those are my tips. So now I'm gonna get into what my friends and girlfriend said, because they're all in college, keep that in mind. Maybe take their tips more seriously, I don't know. Izzy, my lovely girlfriend, she said, stay on top of things. This is a big one. You do not want to get behind in college. There is so much shit being thrown at you. So many assignments, so many this, that, and the third. You need to be on top of your work. And a tip that I heard from I forget who was, if you have a paper due on Friday, on Monday, say you look at you get the sources for the paper. On Tuesday, cite your sources. On Wednesday, do your first 2 paragraphs, just to break it up so it's not so overwhelming. Izzy also said, do not be afraid to email your professor. This is a big one. They want to help you. They want to see you succeed. If you have questions, if you are not sure about something, email them. They have office hours because the last thing they want is for you to be confused. So they're there to help you, utilize them. My friend Alyssa had some tips as well. Step out of your comfort zone. College is a new place. All the freshmen are in the same boat. You don't know what the heck you're doing. You look crazy. You don't know where you're going. But that's okay, because everybody feels the same way when they're a freshman. They get it. Don't be afraid to do things you wouldn't normally do. It's a new time in your life to test out different things. For example, so our freshman like orientation, well, all the freshmen went to the gym on like the second day of school, and me and my roommate actually got picked to go down to the basketball court to shoot baskets. And normally in high school or anything prior, I would have said pick somebody else. It's not me, I'm not doing it. But I got my happy ass out of that seat and I went down in front of the whole freshman class. So step out of your comfort zone, it's worth it. Take care of your mental health. This is a huge one, a huge one. This is one of the things that one of the reasons why I dropped out of college, because my mental health was so bad. You just need to stay on top of it because you need to do things that protect your mental health every day. And college is a very, very big change. And your mental health won't know how to take it because it's so new. So just be cautious about really paying attention to what's going on up here and not focusing on too much on school, too much on partying. You need to worry about yourself too. Make yourself a priority. And you're allowed to have a social life. College does have a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but you don't want to look back on your college career and be like, damn, all I did was sit in my room and study. That's not what your professors want from you either. They want you to have a college life. You are allowed to go have a social life, go get some drinks with your friends, go hang out with your friends, study with your friends. Don't make your whole college career about studying. Do your work, but don't let that be the only thing that you do. Then we have my friend Jazz, the one that forced me to go to the library. Explore your college town. My college town, Muncie, Indiana, isn't the prettiest, but once you got out of like the little bubble of my college, Jacob and I found the most beautiful like pond that we would go to all the time. Not pond, it was like a lake that we would go to all the time. I actually had a photo shoot there. Insert pictures here. We found a train track. Insert pictures here. So there's all these little things that you can find in your college town that can be like that you can make a tradition to go to. And me and Alyssa would also go to the lake like at 2 a.m. a lot of nights. We would drive over to the lake. It's just very important to like know what your college town has to offer and just like explore. so you're not stuck in just your campus. Go to sporting events even if you don't like sports. I think this is a big one too. It goes with getting involved in college. I love football. I didn't go to one football game, not one, and I regret that. Go to sports games. I went to volleyball games, basketball games. Go to sporting events even if you're not a huge fan of the sport, and maybe you'll meet people and you have the experience, if anything. Jazz also said melatonin, and she said that was that. She just said melatonin, so I'll just leave that. Emily, leave So this is a tip that she had for making friends on your dorm floor if you're in a dorm. She said to leave your dorm door open so you can make friends like that. So like, just leave it open, and then passing people will like look in and say what's up. I actually did this. This is how I met my neighbor Molly, and we became really close. So I think that's a good idea if you really want to make friends in your dorm. If you're a shy person, I wouldn't do that because people will just walk in your room. Molly would just walk in my room sometimes. It happens. And then lastly, we have Olivia. Olivia was my big in AKO, and she is now a college graduate, so maybe you should listen to her. She said, don't let the freedom part of college take you over. This is a big thing too. I didn't know what the hell to do when I got to college, and I could do whatever I wanted to do. It's a lot of responsibility, and it's kind of scary because you're used to having a set schedule, to having your parents. You don't have that. You can do whatever you want. You can go out at 3 a.m. and get some donuts. You can do whatever you want. Scary, but at the same time, it's freeing. And you just don't be stupid with your freedom. Do your work, hang out with your friends, stay safe. A bad grade is not the end of the world and won't dictate your future. It's easy to get caught up with grades in college because college is a scary word. If you get a bad grade, you're automatically like, I'm not gonna get a good job. Like, this is the end of my school. Like, I don't know what to do. It's okay. Take a deep breath. A bad grade you can build on, you can talk to your professor about, because like I said, professors want to see you succeed and they will help you. A lot of my professors offered me personally extra credit because they knew what I was going through. Lastly, she said not everyone has good intentions. I cannot stress this enough. You will meet people in college that are not meant to be your friends for a while. You will have boys that will try to friend you just to get in your pants. Just be careful who you surround yourself with because college can be toxic. Like, there's so many people in college and you need to weed out the ones that don't have good intentions because your college friends are probably gonna be your friends forever. I know Liv and I are gonna be friends forever. Molly and I are gonna be friends forever. Jazz and I are gonna be friends. All these people that gave me advice are gonna be friends forever. Just be careful who you pick to be around you. If they're doing this bad shit, not doing their schoolwork, it's gonna rub off on you. If you hang around 4 stupid people, you're gonna be the 5th stupid person. But that's all my freshman advice. I am indeed going back to college, so I think I have some good tips. I haven't been accepted yet. I did get an email back saying, your GPA was below a 2.0. What can you do to succeed at this school? I think I knocked that response out of the park, but we'll see what they thought. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next Sunday with a new video, and good luck in college if you're going to college. That's so exciting. See ya Sunday. Bye.